of the fourth estate, I want to welcome you to this briefing and to welcome the people of Baringo who are watching, who are following, and the people of this great country, of the Republic of Kenya, who are following us both in this country and all over the world. My name is Honorable Ruto, MCA Mochongoi Ward, and also the representative of MCAs in the North Rift in the National Executive Committee of CAF, and also an hardened, staunch supporter of the ASLA movement agenda, and a believer in the leadership, astute leadership of William Samoei Ruto, and holding the prayer that he will be our fifth president. So the briefing this afternoon is regarding to today's meeting, which we have had with His Excellency the Deputy President as MCS from Baringo, who subscribed to the ASLA movement agenda, and also regarding what we have just seen, and we applaud so much the statement given by Murkomen regarding the proposed amendment to Section 22 of the Elections Act. I want to say that in our briefing, we have once more affirmed our unequivocal support to the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and to the ASLA movement agenda. And we have assured him that Baringo County supports him to the man, supports the agenda of the ASLA movement and the bid of His Excellency William Ruto to be the president of this country. And that we had an interactive session. We really had a discussion on the bottom-up approach, the blueprint that he has been engaging himself in consulting with leaders from all over this country. We know that he has had a meeting with the leadership of the coastal region. We also know that our Rift Valley leaders had a consultation of their own to work on the blueprint. We gave our ideas also on what we feel is the bottom-up approach that ought to be incorporated in that blueprint in regard to Baringo County and also in the northern North Rift region. Everybody knows that Baringo is rich in many respects. We have an annual court auction that actually collapsed during the Moise regime, and His Excellency William Ruto, which we applauded so much, managed to revive that annual court auction. In the blueprint that is working on, it is our wish, and we express that wish enough, that we need to move from just a court auction to now a slaughterhouse and an entire processing of the meat, the meat processing of the not only the goats but even the livestock, so that in Baringo, what leaves from Baringo is not a raw material but a fine product that would have gone through all that. That way, we would have, because the ASLAs of Baringo are actually livestock keepers and court keepers, and we have the beehive. We expressed, of course, our concerns regarding the bill that I'm happy that the Parliament recently shelved it, that was trying to put punitive measures on beehive keepers. So generally, it was a discussion on not only the forthcoming general election, where we commit our support for him in vying for the presidency and gave him the 100% assurance, but it was also a discussion on the ASLA agenda of the people of Baringo. And many things came to play. We thanked him for launching the road that is now progressing on very well. The road from Karandi, Mochongoi, Marikat Road. We are now remaining with less than 30 kilometers to reach Marikat. We briefed him on where it has reached. We are happy that he really pushed it a lot. He launched it himself, and we are only surprised because we saw Wafula, of course, the usual drama king in Baringo, the county commissioner who has no other jurisdiction who has no other JD, job description, but to hold brief for Gideon Moi. We have accepted that if the president of this country and everybody else who posted Wafula to Baringo believes that the only work he has no agenda for the cattle rustling, the challenges that we are facing on cattle rustling, his only agenda is to represent Gideon, then it's okay. And recently, we saw Wafula running around that kind of running around that belt, pretending to be supervising it, pretending to be supervising it, and pretending to be crediting Gideon Moi for that road. We know, and the people of Mochongoi and Marigat and Baringo South and Baringo County know that what we have, that road, that belt, is as a result of his efforts. We also briefed him on the extent that we have looked on the title deeds of Mochongoi and a few strategies that we are now putting in place, and he was equally happy with it. So generally, it was an in-depth discussion. His comments regarding Section 22 of the Elections Act are comments that comes from a progressive leader. In fact, his comments have actually given a lot of hope, a lot of support from MCAs from all over this country. The comments that he made today when he was addressing us, that really, while Parliament has the right to legislate on the academic qualifications of members of county assemblies and any other elective position, the same constitution, Article 38, in the words of the Deputy President, which has our support, requires that we should not put unreasonable restrictions on political rights for voters and also for those aspiring for political office. And myself, as a representative of members of county assemblies in CAF, we really want to salute him. We really want to appreciate him for those comments. The comments that comes from a man who understands that there are leaders in this country who have the vision, who have the knowledge, and given an opportunity, they can also offer leadership to this country. And there are very many people in this country who, because of circumstances beyond their reach, could not get degrees, could not get diplomas, could not get masters. And the Deputy President, despite him having a PhD, could still empathize with those class of Kenyans who may not have gotten this kind of academic qualifications because of circumstances beyond their wish. That one again, we want to sincerely and profoundly appreciate the Deputy President for coming in handy in supporting these proposals, that we don't need to put undue restrictions. In fact, he surprised us in his reasoning that if we are putting a degree qualification for those that needs to be elected, then why do we need people who do not have degrees to vote? Why do the degree holders need fellows without degree to vote for them? If you are saying that I am not qualified to run for office, you should also say I am not qualified to vote. Because I mean, the right to vote and the right to run to office are both political rights. That was his reasoning, which really amazed us. And once more, I think his thinking on such matters has been a thinking that never ceases to captivate the moment and the moment of this country. So I think that is that. We pass our greetings. He gave us his greetings. We pass our greetings to the people of Baringo and to the people of this republic. So basically, I think those are my comments regarding that. I will hand over to my colleague, Honorable Tochi, but we will also be making comments shortly regarding the bill that Honorable Murkomen has published. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Kimosop, for the eloquent and articulate speech. and it was actually an overview of our meeting today with His Excellency the Deputy President at the Hustlers Mansion here in Nairobi. My name is Silas Tochin. I'm the ward representative of Tenges ward in Baringo County, and today we were privileged to travel all the way from Baringo to Nairobi to come and pay a courtesy visit to our Deputy President. It was an interactive meeting, it was exciting, and it was very, very fruitful. And I want to say, I may not say a lot because my colleague here has given an overview of all what we discussed, and I want to say, as people of Baringo County, it was an opportunity for us to meet our leader. I can say we are not ashamed to be aligned and associated to the Deputy President. And it was a moment of interaction, a moment of catching up, and a moment of briefing and updates on what is happening in our present country and also what's happening in the world. I want to say, Mheshimiwa Deputy President, on matters of security, he showed that he is concerned and he is particularly thinking about Baringo County. And we are happy when we know that our leaders are part of the problem, are part of us. They are sharing with us the challenges that we are facing. And as a county, we want to say peace is our focus. And it's our prayer that we get established and we live cohesively with the communities that we are living in Baringo, because Baringo is a county of great diversities. On the issue of development, there are a lot of developments and progresses that we've achieved as a county, courtesy of the government of Jubilee from 2013 to 2017 and onwards up to now, and we appreciate the work of the government. We realize also that we have many other challenges, that there are projects which have not been completed though they had been promised. For example, the roads from all the way from Sanana, Mogotio, and then to Ainapsos to Lake Bogoria. It was in the points of the Deputy President on the projects that will be done. The road from Tenges, Mogorua, Kapkelelo to Ainamoi, and this one from Kapcholo, Eldamarabin, Sirwa, Ninin, all the way to Tenges. And we are happy because those are in the program of the Deputy President. And I want to say, and we want to confirm that the Deputy President has promised that going forward and in the years to come, all those projects will be done. And we are very happy. Another assurance that the Deputy President gave us is on matters of transparency, democracy in the forthcoming election. We covered a lot in the party that we are all happy to be part of it, UDA, and he assured us that there will be fairness, and he himself mentioned that he will not interfere with the nominations. So I want to encourage anybody who has an aspiration and ambition of vying for any position in Baringo County and in Kenya through the party of UDA, that there will be no unfairness. There will be no direct nomination. We will go for the battle, and whoever wins for the nomination will be the flag bearer in whichever seat that is going for. And on that very note, the issue of nationalism, the Deputy President assured us and the country that UDA is a national party. It is not a tribal party. And he showed his concern that we are facing a situation whereby parties are deteriorated to tribalistic cocoons. And he mentioned that the only party that is focused is UDA. And we want to say, UDA is the party of the day. UDA is the party to form the government. And we are happy to be part of the government. He shared with us the successes and the progress that UDA has achieved, right all the way from the by-elections which ended just recently on Juja to Reward, and our expectation on Kiamba ward or constituency. Therefore, we want to assure Kenyans that our leader is firm, is astute on matters of nationalism, of peace and cohesion. Another point which we would like to personally to mention is on the issue of qualification. We support and we applaud what our leader, Deputy President, has mentioned, and as highlighted by Honorable Kemoso. We will be happy to be given a level ground for everybody to fight and to contest without being given conditions, like for the issue of the degrees for Parliament and for MCAs, also for Senate. So we want to urge and encourage the Parliament to come to a consensus whereby everybody will be given a level ground to compete, because we don't want to have conditions which will segregate or will discriminate others from vying to whichever positions he or she wants. And for that matter, ningependa kusema Kenya ni yetu wote, na hatutaki kesho mwingine amefungiwa nje kwa sababu eti hajapata qualification. We have had all this. From 2013, people were given a flat level ground whereby people contested. And we don't want this forthcoming election of 2022 to itulete vikwazo kwa wengine. And on matters of BBI, Deputy President alishukuru watu ya Baringo and especially the county assembly for exercising their conscience, the freedom of conscience on decision on matters of constitutional changes. And this BBI alisema kwamba Deputy President kwamba ile uamuzi ya koti kuu ilithibitisha uamuzi ya watu ya Baringo. Na watu ya Baringo, Mheshimiwa Deputy President akasema kama kutaandikwa historia ya progress ya katiba ya nchi yetu, Baringo itakuwa na chapter on principles of decision making. Against odds tulifanya uamuzi ya kuangusha BBI. Na wananchi tungependa kuambia vile inaenda sasa, hii mambo ya BBI imeanguka. Na sasa we are focused in 2022. Tunaona IBC wanazungumzia mambo ya election. Tena mambo mengine ambayo yanaendelea, tunaelekea election. Leo wameenda kukutana huko. ODM anataka kukutana na Jubilee. Na Mheshimiwa Rais amedefect kutoka chama yake ya Jubilee na ameenda kwa NASA. NASA Uhuru Kenyatta. Hiyo alikuwa anasema siku ile. Sasa imekuwa kweli. Na wanaponasa Rais Mudavadi aliyekuwa anasema wakati ile NASA Uhuru ametoroka hiyo NASA. Kwa hivyo wa Kenya chama ni UDA. Na hiyo ndio tunaangalia to form serikali. And I would be happy to be part of that government ya UDA. Mambo ya Otuoli, mambo ya Murathe, mambo ya Tuju, yote tunasema time has been overtaken. It is time back. Na juzi Mheshimiwa Kamket wakisi na juzi huyu Otuoli tena amesema, kwani nyinyi mnaishi nchi gani ya muone kwamba mambo ya BBI iliisha? Pambaneni na kesi ya kotini, itamtuambia ati tutasongesha mambo ya election ndio hii BBI iendelee. Nyinyi mnaishi nchi gani? Hiyo mambo yenu ilipitwa na wakati. Muendelee tu kuota hiyo mambo ya BBI, lakini Kenya inasonga. We are preparing for election. Kwa hivyo Mungu awabariki wa Kenya, muishi kwa amani na Mungu atuongoze. Let us live together peacefully. Asanteni sana. Yeah.